This video is sponsored by a Filthy Lot's brand new D&D show ready to roll. Find a link to the very first episode in the description of this video.
Welcome back, heroes. Do you promise that you'll help some people?
We have a very good reputation for not murdering people.
Shh, don't lie. I want to throw some acid on a pixie.
Temple, that's the word I was looking for.
You're a cleric.
Let me see that. And I'm gonna reach for my spear. I'm like,
I'm not on their side. I'm totally on your team.
A good portion of it belongs in a museum, and a good portion of it belongs in our pockets.
does any one of you speak common? No? All right then, death it is.
Who wants a shot? Bursting out of their chest like they're noodle arms. Now we arm wrestle.
What's that? What?
I am not a barbarian.
You drank blood out of a reed in
Listen,
my arm. Somebody gave you a quest to judge dogs.
Yeah, 100%.
Back right up.
Guys, I got a pike!
On a mission from gods. Double botch.
Catman.
Hello!
Are you ready to roll? Yeah! More teeth for me to break.
Hello everybody, welcome to another installment of Player in DM, the show where Jenny, our DM, usually is the one in the control seat, asking us questions about our characters. But today, oh how the turntables, Jenny.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
It's you.
And it's everybody's favourite NPC. It's Rosa Zahradny.
Yeah. It's your girl.
It's the girl.
As drawn by the wonderful Aimsley Dale, Amy.
No. By Jazz.
By Jazz!
By Jazz.
What? Oh, dude, I didn't know that. Oh, my apologies, Jazz. Goddamn.
For everybody watching, you can see Jazz's chibi on the screen, and it has her Instagram handle, so you can go check out the rest of her art if you like this one.
Whoa. Oh man, we're like watching the footage as we're recording. I fully was not informed of who had drawn this, and I just assumed it was Amy. God damn, Jazz, pop off. But yeah, anyway, the thing of this
said that you had questions for me, but I actually want to start with a question for you.
Oh yeah.
So when we meet Rosa in the story, she's the mayor of Gadar. We meet her through Paddy's eyes, because he goes to her for some assistance. And I'm wondering if you can tell me what Paddy's first impression of her is.
Yeah. That is a good question, because I think that was kind of like in the game when we played it in our D&D campaign. That was like something that happened almost like off camera. That was like a pre-session kind of thing. You were like, so you've met this lady, and I was like, cool. And I was still getting used to the world and stuff. So it was more like that first meeting kind of happened as we were drawing the comic almost. But yeah, no, just like, I think you can kind of see it in the way that the visuals of the sort of the animation in the comic are presented. Like, she's just real cool. Like, I remember making like a mental note when we were like drawing up the scene compositions and stuff to make sure that like Rosa was never drawn from like a high angle, like, because then like a high angle is the one where like it looks down at the character. I remember being really specific in my own brain, being like, this is a strong lady. Nobody looked down upon her, she looked down upon you. So I don't know if that fully answers your question, but that's kind of the vibe. Like,
yeah, and also I think of the excellent job you've done of Paddy's faces, like his reaction faces in the couple of scenes where they've been talking to each other, like in the coffee shop, in the tea shop rather, when
in
the
fantasy
tea ladies,
Starbucks.
like, in fantasy Starbucks, where the fantasy barista is like, hey, she's over there, she's hiding from her security, can you believe it? And the look on Paddy's face is like, what?
Yes.
It's very good.
I've got to say, it was really fun, because obviously we're translating the animation so far into comic form so that we can go forward from hence. But it was really fun getting to draw more of that interaction. And get to put in like more silly faces like that.
Yeah.
I've got to say as well, like, obviously Rosa, very strong lady, but also very pretty lady and very fun to draw. My goodness.
Yeah, I feel like we had a little chat last night, and I think, most people say oh well, she's so hot, she's so pretty, but like I don't actually have any responsibility for that. Like her hotness almost solely comes, like visually anyway, from you. Like I was like, oh well, you know, she's got shaved head and long hair, and you know, she wears a lot of red, and it's like she dresses modestly in the sense of like modest fashion, as opposed to like, you know, she's like
She can still look spicy, but she's not wearing haute couture.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, I mean like from like ankle to wrist, sort of like covered modest, as opposed to like modest as in like, you know, muted or whatever. And then everything else is you guys did that.
yeah, because you said that and I was trying to place, because I was like, her look as it is now came from like the culmination of multiple drawings that we've all kind of done of her over the years, but I was trying to remember, I couldn't recall if it was me or Amy specifically who sort of first, I guess, penned the closest iteration to what we have now, but I think it was Amy. I feel like I got like a reference picture from Amy and sort of was like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what that image was. I think the first picture of her you ever drew, she was in a skirt.
Yeah, oh man, that I think is, I dug that one out recently even. It was in like my old D&D channel, yeah.
Hey, you want to know where that's going to be? I think that's in the bonus pages of the print copy of Chapter 1, which you will be able to pre-order soon.
Not to put a subtle plug in in the middle of the video, but
it's not subtle. Buy our shit.
It's not subtle. Oh man, I am genuinely really hyped for the like bonus pages in this next comic installment though. Also, I don't know what speed the footage is going to be going in the final cut of this video, but I'm just watching Jazz draw a teacup like 20 times over, and I'm just like, I feel that pain, buddy. We've all been there drawing like one inanimate item several hundred times. But yeah, no, the bonus pages at the back of this chapter, there's like a bunch of like from concept to sort of current design work going in there, and you and I, JB, had a lot of fun writing some of the bonus text to go with said designs.
Man, that was really fun. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to have been able to do that.
Oh man. Can I ask, because I don't want to spoil anything for folks who are going to get the Chapter 1 comic, I'm going to leave all of the stuff we did write for that as a fun surprise, but when it comes to like writing just NPCs in general, I suppose, but let's go with Rosa, because that is indeed the focus of this particular video. How do you do that?
Oh.
How do you do it?
Well, I feel like Rosa is a special case because she is in the story because I made her as a D&D character that I might one day play, and then realized that I was going to be a forever DM, so I put her in. I didn't want to waste her, right? So she's a bit of a special case because she's got first D&D character vibes for me, in the sense that like I can spend a lot of time thinking about her choices and the way she feels about certain things, and you know, that kind of stuff.
Like she's one of the NPCs that you can like really, really get into the mind of. Yeah. That's nice though. I like that.
But obviously you can't do that for everybody.
No, Jesus Christ, you would have no room for your own thoughts with the amount of NPCs that are in the World of High Hopes. Jesus.
So there's like two kinds of NPCs, okay? There's the ones that I have like thought about a great deal, and then there are the ones, well, I guess there are three. There are the ones that I have not thought about at all, and then there are the ones in the middle. So, you know, ones I've thought about a great deal are the big important ones, obviously, like Rosa, and your characters' families tend to fall in between the middle, and I think about them a lot because they're important to you. Those kinds of things. I'm trying to pick examples.
Yes,
that...
the NPCs that you can weaponize.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick examples that aren't spoilers. So Gimgar's family, for example. I feel like I have thought about what Gimgar's dad thinks about the world a great deal. And like his reaction to certain events, obviously, because he's like a little bit of a leader, blah, blah, blah. And then there are the NPCs that I don't think about at all. Those tend to be the ones that you guys latch on to. Like, recently in game, you were traveling to a place and you rolled something on a random table. And I think his name was Derek.
It was.
It was.
I think it might
Derek
have been.
was like a cheese merchant from a town that you guys were heading to, and he was like, "Hey, safety in numbers, can I travel with you?" And then just for a week, you abused him.
It was, and again, completely randomized. It was just like a fun little oh, here's a fun little entertaining man to happen upon on your journeys, but otherwise no relevance to anything. And
you know, and I suddenly had to like defend him from your allegations about his nasty rash.
Yeah, and then by the time we got to wherever we were going, he was just like, "I never want to see any of you again. Do not perceive me. I'm out."
Yeah, he was like, "Goodbye. Never speak to me again.
Never speak to me or my cheese again."
Yeah. Yeah, but so you know. There's like those different grades.
With that though, it's like between NPCs like Rosa, who is just like immensely well thought out, deeply tied into the lore, and then poor struggling cheese merchants who have to put up with our bullshit. The range of you, JB.
That's very nice. And the other thing about like the struggling cheese merchant is that now that he exists,
he could pop up anywhere.
he
Constant vigilance.
Like I don't have to think about that again. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have to make another NPC because he's there.
Yeah. If ever you need poor rashy cheese merchant, you got one.
Rashy cheese merchant. Oh no. Yeah. Or just like somebody like to be a little bit of an antagonist later down the line, whenever you guys are like, "Hello, we need you to trust us," and he can just pop up and be like, "They are bullies. They bullied me," and you know
what we've done? We've forever lost our in with the cheese union of Arcadon. Oh man. So I know this has kind of taken a shift into the general NPC vibe, and this is kind of also that. But like a thought I was having just before we started like recording for this was like Rosa is one of I think a selection of NPCs, because again there are some NPCs that we can't spoil, but a selection of NPCs that are just like completely born of both yours and Amy's kind of like let's make cool women because men suck kind of energy. And it is the best. It births like so many fantastic character dynamics and energies, especially when they interact with the party, and specifically some of the dumb boys that are on our party. It is my favorite thing.
She's like the lawful. I think her alignment probably is lawful neutral, even though she's the mayor.
I would say, yeah, that scans.
Probably a bit problematic. Hence, I guess the running and hiding from her responsibilities via hiding from her bodyguard thing.
Yeah.
She's getting the work done. It's just not whilst you're watching her. Yeah, she's sort of institutionalized, systematic gender rage, if that makes sense, right? Because she's the leader of a city-state, and she's the body politic, right? Whereas the other characters that you're talking about, they're much more.
Rosa is kind of like, to fight the man I will become the man, but the man is a woman mayor and it is me. And then the other ones are kind of like, just, I'm gonna fight the man.
yeah, I'm gonna fight the man.
The men even.
And I think that Rosa has like a lot of I would consider sort of traditionally male characteristics in terms of like, obviously there is no such thing because gender is a myth or whatever, but you know, in stuff that you would see in literature, I think that she presents as quite masculine in her behavior.
I mean, she quite literally wears the trousers.
Yeah.
Now, I know we talked
like,
earlier, she used to wear a skirt in my early drawings, but live and learn.
She's like, for example, she's quite angry. Like she is I wrote somewhere that she's capable of like really radical empathy, but she also has a very, very short fuse.
Yeah, and you know what? Love that for her. That's genuinely like really cool to see, because like you said, it's normally a masculine thing. Like again, masculine in heavy air quotes, but in literature and media and stuff, it's like, I think for some reason the first thing that comes to mind is like in Marvel movies, where like even when they're in fits of rage, like all the like female characters still have to look pretty. And like obviously we're still like in the process of visualizing the story, because so far everything that we as players have seen of Rosa has been like in our respective kind of theatre of the minds until we get to that point in the comic. But even in the respect of just the way that you describe the scenes with Rosa, it's like, yeah, no, this isn't pretty and it's fucking cool. Like I think we saw a bit of that in like the second chapter of the animated series.
Yeah,
and that was really fun.
Yeah, in almost her first instinctive reaction was to be so angry, so violently angry that she blew up a wall.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, that was effective.
Oh yeah, got the job done for sure.
Got the job done, but you know, that's
she
not
said
really
efficiency.
You know, it's not a particularly quote-unquote feminine trait, right? And yeah, I think that she's so interesting. There's lots of stuff in her background that we can't tell you yet, that I'm excited for y'all to get to, that informs her and this like behavior. I mean, like obviously it doesn't justify the way she acts or whatever, but there's so many like little pieces, like when we're talking about, you know, being pretty, that I don't know if you would, as like everybody says she's hot, but I don't know if anybody has ever said that, like very genuinely said, oh, she's so pretty, right? Because it's the diminutive. She has the capacity to be really ugly, and also, you know, she's not the diminutive. Yeah,
and that combination, it slaps. I think that's where and again in this moment, shout out to the High Hopes Low Rolls Discord server for simping endlessly. It's wonderful to see, but
it is. You love to see it.
We really do love to see it. It's the best thing. But yeah, no, it is that combination, I think, that leads to the well-earned degree of simpage that Rosa receives as a character.
Yeah. I think if people didn't know that she used to go out with Rook, I don't think you would put them together necessarily.
Oh, heavens no.
You can see why they're not good for each other. I think she's Rook is like soft and gentle and a little introspective, and she's not those things at all.
As with everything, it makes for interesting character dynamics, which is my favourite thing. I have many favourite things, but that is among them.
Speaking of the Discord server, so many people want to know what her sexuality is, I guess for their own simping.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I have to disappoint everybody and say that she's straight.
Ugh. Turns out Rosa was the token het all along.
Yeah, I think in this campaign she literally is.
Yeah, no. There's her, and then there's also Nagar. They are the two token straights.
Yeah. Nagar.
I think that's quite possibly the only trait that she will ever share with that boy.
Oh, that's not true. They both speak Draconic.
Oh yeah, there you go. Solidarity.
Kind of. Yeah, they can talk about how they're the token straights together.
Oh, bless.
Nagar is such a himbo, like that it didn't even factor in that he's straight. Like I was like, what are you talking about? His sexuality is himbo.
But that's not an orientation, that's just a motivation.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Oh, God. But to be
But it's
fair,
so
that is a mistake that I
encompassing.
make all the fucking time.
Anyway, Liam probably won't be best pleased about that, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think perhaps on that bombshell, I think we're just about at time for this video. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, probably. Thanks for watching it, everybody.
Yeah, it's always really fun doing these and just having like a deep dive kind of chat into at first the character that's being drawn, and then just kind of several other things as the convo goes.
You know, a rashy cheesemonger.
Yeah, you know, you can never predict what you're gonna get in these videos. It's like a whole pick and mix.
If you enjoyed this and you'd like to see some more about people that aren't the player characters, then let us know and we'll do some more of these. If you have any questions, then
Love to
leave
do
them in
some
the
more,
comments.
NPC stuff.
Yeah. If you have questions about Rosa or about High Hopes or, you know, whatever, then leave them in the comments and we'll maybe do another Q&A video, or we'll do another one of these and try and answer. You know, maybe we'll do another Rosa one.
Or if you want to see a speed paint of Derek ? The cheese merchant, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I can tell you, I got his like family details and, you know, his life story. So if we want to go, we can go.
Why did that have the energy of like, yeah, meet me outside of the Nando's parking lot, we're gonna throw hands?
Because we are. That's what this is. If you want to know about Derek, then I will impart the wisdom onto you. Whether, you know, the pursuit of knowledge can be damaging. Thanks for watching. If you like this, then like and subscribe and stuff, and we'll see you in the next one, I guess.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.